All right. I am back with a mic stand. Now you don't have to fumble with both your phone and the microphone. You can just pick one. All right. So we're going to do some poetry tonight. It's going to be really good. We're all going to clap for each other because it takes a lot of bravery to come up here and share your work. And it also takes a lot of bravery to actually put pen to paper or fingers to keyboard and write out your thoughts. So yeah, I am going to get Kyle Decker up here first. Kyle was going to be scorekeeper, timekeeper tonight, but since we're not doing a slam and we're just doing a poetry reading, sharing series here, an open mic maybe? Lovely. Then Kyle will come up and set the tone. Thank you so much, Kyle. Click. And you are very tall.
Yeah.
Good? Good.
I'm good. So I don't do much slam poetry. But I like writing shorter form and a lot of my poems also form pictures and stuff. I won't do any of those, but I'm going to do some of my 3 or 4 of my short fun poems to kind of set the mood. Most of them though are very geeky. I do do in the realm of geeky poetry. So this first one's very geeky and it's called The Sounds of Geek. The sounds of geek. We love them and they remind us of the fun we've had past and present. They take us to the geek places our minds go, whether 8-bit, 16-bit, analog, or digital. These sounds remind us of the things nearly subliminal. So do me a favor, settle down in your chair, empty your mind, get ready, prepare. As you hear the next words come out of my mouth, I dare you to not create these sounds either in your mindscape or right here out loud. Lightsabers, TARDIS, the Godzilla roar, proton packs, TIE fighters, and Enterprise doors, tricorders, tauntauns, Mario jumps, Zelda's themes, Logan's claws, and Ewoks yub nubs, R2-D2 Yoshi, Final Fantasy battles, Queen's Flash Gordon and the Xenomorph's cackle, Darth Vader's breaths and the Thundercats ho, Daleks exterminate by the power of Grey Skull. I could go on, but that would be mean, so I'll just leave you all with a little Wilhelm scream. I'm going to do a really quick one. This is one of my all-time favorites because I am a parent of a child who has lots of fun toys. Let me pull it up here. Let's see. Here we go. This one's called Dangerous Imagination. Imagination changes everything. Your yard into a magic portal, your room into a lair, your toys into mythical beasts, heroes and villains. Look out for the pit of spikes. Danger lurks. Ouch! Your left foot may need to be amputated. Whoops! Imagination took over. Foot still hurts. Lego. And I'm going to do one more quick one because I like it. And it's fun. This one is very, very quick. This one's super quick. It's called Little Ghost. Little Ghost, don't fret, don't cry. It's only a boo-boo.
All right, wonderful. So I have on my list Christina Matson. Is Christina Matson here? Yay! Everybody put your hands together for Christina. As we say in slam, all the way to the stage. Woo!
And I'm short. Thank you. It's oh. Yeah, keep it. Then we'll just turn. Oh. Yeah, it's all good. Sweet. Check. All right, so I used to do slam too, but these kind of like Kyle, right? Mine are short, so give it up for the shorties. Our bodies are altars to the ancestors. I call on my womb, my void of absolute abundance, knitting ourselves into ancient and archaic love stories. every decision, every idea, every poem, every love is a resurrection of elements that date back to the birth of this timeline and the multitudes preceding and yet to come. You didn't owe me loyalty. I know you didn't make vows to me. But if you're helping someone steal, you're still part of the crime. An accessory. Sorry. You can put some earmuffs on back there, my daughter. All right. Most humans just want someone who will get up in the middle of the night to close the window when it starts pouring. You hold the window steady and I wrestle it closed. Rain spatters our arms. The scent of wet earth, petrichor, clings to us. And we are nothing but rain, skin, and rain. Back in bed, I nestle my head to your chest. You press your leg over mine, as if to say, I would get up with you 1,000 times. All right, and then we're gonna do a nerdy one, because here we are. It's easy to punch black holes while using theoretical physics for metaphorical explanation of human energetic connection. But all of us driving along the bank turns of that event horizon, heavy foot on that dark energy brake pedal until the calipers squeal. The dark energy they, physicists, believe allowed our accelerating universe to slow down just enough for you, for me, and all of this to be while slipping into entropy.
Yes, thank you. All right. Do we have Ria in the room? Wonderful. Put your hands together for Ria. All the way to the stage.
I should have walked slower, and then the applause would have gone on longer. Okay. Yeah, I don't really do slam either, so here's just some poems. Early video games taught me it is half the time certain death if you walk too far into gray water. Possibly a secret if you walk off this cliff. As they got more realistic, I awed at readable facial expressions, physics, autosaves, fast travel, how fluid the rivers looked, and you passing through them. Now I see that people write the game. I'm trying to dabble myself. I'm scripting and creating assets and writing, too, blocking out sections of the world. This door should always stay locked. You have to be at least this level to enter. This street's a dead end, and this set of NPCs requires higher charisma to interact with. Writing a world to be saved, writing achievements to get got, writing a story that has save points. I'm worried that the theoretic achievable has paralyzed me. Did anybody go to the Fantasy Maps panel yesterday?
No, but I wanted to.
All right, well, this is a meditation on yesterday's Fantasy Maps event. There is the hollowed map. After years of directions, after theologists and ornithologists, after my favorite mythological flood. Of course I don't want to give up its grubby safety fibers. We'll fight hard to keep its contested borders, magic words, and here there be warnings. Which way the written north? How would we find ourselves without years of directions? My footsteps erode, the desire paths perish the thought of being lost with no heads-up display. Can I definitively say I'm out of the woods without pointing to here and showing no threats or triangles? I need my tools, the occasional magnifying glass, yeah, the sometimes misplaced reading glasses, the glass frame and drywall anchor mount, each brittle closer look promising surety. Each mark asserts a claim, and the legend includes everything I believe should be there. And this one's just fun. If the night wind was an ocean, it would be possible to drown in it, surf up it, fish from it, swim through it, pollute it, circumnavigate it, dive into it, evolve life inside it, worship it, you could start a religion out of this, sail on it, erupt into a lava flow and solidify into land within it, paint cottage vistas of it, maintain a strategic port by it, introduce invasive species into it, map distinct sections of it, generate renewable energy with it, deposit thousands of tons of silt per second into it, develop conservation projects for it, bottle it up, evaporate it, make an extended conceit and write poems about it, boil it, run out of potable water and drink it. To do.
All right, next we have Jessica. Put your hands together for Jessica.
Thank you very much. Hello, hello. Your applause is very flattering, and I have a longer one today. I was scrambling when I learned there were so few participants because I realized I would actually have to say a poem. And I found a long one that I wrote around Thanksgiving, so forgive me for the out-of-theme theme. This is called Forgotten Daughter. Forgotten daughter, I invite you to my table. You carry the horror etched in our palms. I know. No, that's all wrong. Not entirely wrong, mind you, but wrong enough. It seeks the pain but misses the heart. Let me start over. Forgotten daughter, I invite you to my table. No one wanted to hear about it, how it hurt, what you wanted, but I do. You can't forget the ways it all shattered. I can't remember. I'm sorry. No, this is closer, but still platitudes, empty. Bridge building is hard. I will try again. Forgotten daughter, I invite you to my table. It is heavy laden, turkey and stuffing and cranberries and sweet potatoes and mashed, rolls and green bean casserole and sweet ambrosia salad with fresh pomegranate jewels. There will be festive music and pie and games for afters. Nobody will be mad. Nobody will demand more of you than you can give. Forgotten daughter, it's okay if things get wobbly, if memory tugs at your sleeves and starts to unravel your skin and scribbles over your eyes. We both forget and remember in different ways, and wounds are not straight lines, and none of it's fair. So if you need to hide under the table, or cry for a minute, or talk about the before, about the day when cruelty was served along with the potatoes, and the yelling was a celebratory backing track. And you tried to remember how to believe in miracles, cold and poor and unwilling at a stranger's party. It's cool. But also, that can be heavy enough already without present, without any words. The day might already be hard. If all you want to do is forget, just not think at all and listen to carols and talk about softness and nothingness until the stars come out and the snow starts flurrying through the candlelit dark as we all start to nod off, being so full and cozy. Really, that's okay. I promise. Forgotten daughter, I am sorry, not because scars are heavy, though they are. Not because light coming in and pouring out through the jagged cracks, sacred though it be, makes something shiver and splinter around the breath you never quite managed to release, though it does. No, I'm sorry you were alone, that you had no one safe to go to when everything was breaking, when all you wanted was the warmth that used to be true, now cold embers and storybook myths. I'm here to tell you the myths are real. Hiding doesn't have to come with cutting yourself to pieces on the wishes of those unable to love all of you. And in all that you are, from one forgotten daughter to another, I invite you to my table.
All right, so next we have Zoe. All right. All the way to the stage.
Yeah. So I made this poem in school and I memorized it, so I thought I might just say it now, and I got an A+ on it, so I thought I might use it. It's about mushrooms. Mushrooms, soft and squishy, red or brown. Could be any color all around. Could be blue, could be green. Mushrooms are beautiful, can't you see? Mushrooms are all around the world, in the grass, on the trees, on your hats, and or even on a lily pad. Yeah. No.
All right. And our last poet is Liz.
I do have some feminine body stuff just for the kid in the back, but she's an owner-operator, so they'll figure it out. Okay, leaking poem. Drip, drip, dribble, drop, gush, flood. I have no idea which it will be with my deceitful bladder. It happens when I sneeze comfortable on the couch, legs spread, comfortably relaxing with no control or no warning, and I even leave a stain. Walking into a building for an important appointment, but cross my legs desperately, but hope doesn't help. Thank goodness I wore dark pants today. I kegel, I squeeze. I'm doing it now, can't even tell, because it didn't help. Kegel, kegel, squeeze, squeeze, kegel, kegel, squeeze, squeeze. So tight, day and night, but alas, it's just not right. Damp, wet, drip, gush. A PT says you're not gonna fix it by squeezing and tightening. You, my girl, are too tight always. Huh? Me? Uptight? That can't be right. But she says it is so, and I just need to let go, to breathe and relax. I need to heal my bladder, my pelvis, my floor, my open mind, my liberal brain, my wide corridor, overused, some might even say. It's too tight. My muscles and my mind just need to let go. If there's a moment, I'll tell a short, improv story.
Please do.
Okay. So this is the story of the time my husband left me in the emergency room after anal surgery. So, I'm a real estate agent, and I drive people around all the time. And so occasionally I'm in my car and I meet clients at houses. And it was a Thursday. And that Wednesday before, I'd gone down a slide with my kids, and I'd felt this weird pressure and pain in my lower back, really low, like maybe lower than my back. And I thought, oh, it's one of those hemorrhoids. And I had a friend who'd had one, and I heard it's terrible, and it's really painful, and it was awful. So I went and got a sitz bath, and I did all the things, and I just had my husband rubbing my back, my daughter putting that massage machine on my low back. I was trying to get rid of the pain. But I was like, well, I'm trying, and it just didn't seem to go away. So then I thought, I'm gonna take a stool softener, because that'll help everything even out. I'll be okay. Well, that was Friday. And on Saturday morning, when I woke up to go meet a client at a house, I at least thought for a second, I'm gonna put a puppy pad in my pants, because I hadn't really had the stool softener kick in yet, but it was too late, I had to go, literally. So I went to the house. I beat my clients there, thankfully, because I ran into the bathroom as I shit my pants. And I was like, this does not seem right, and this is not gonna make for an easy day. So I thankfully had the puppy pad, and I had a spare, so I cleaned up in a stranger's bathroom, you guys. You can laugh at this, by the way. This is supposed to be funny, just so you know. It's okay. My husband did leave me at the hospital, which is funny, but I am an idiot and did a lot of these things to myself, like taking a stool softener before you go meet a client, like not a smart idea. So you're supposed to laugh, it's totally fine. So I then showed them the house, and I think we're done, but we're not. They want to go to another house, and I don't want to tell them no, and I'm starting to feel sweaty, like clammy and sweaty. So I get back in the minivan to go drive to meet them. But instead, on the drive, gurgle, gurgle, so I pull over in a neighborhood, and I put one leg up on the door, and I poop into the gutter. I just am like a total mess. And I was like, okay, this isn't going the way I planned today. Finally wrap it up with my clients, and I get on my way home, and I'm shaking, and I'm like really not feeling well. So I call my husband, and I say, I'm going to the hospital. I go to the hospital, and I have to have 2 blankets on me and my winter jacket, and I'm freezing and shivering, and I cannot get warm. And they're like, we're gonna go take a CT scan. And I was like, oh, I think it's a hemorrhoid. And they're like, I think it's more than that. So they take me in and realize I have a golf ball size perianal abscess. Not great. And I was like, okay, but here's the thing. We had a children's family fundraiser, and my husband's a hobby magician, and they had asked him to perform at this festival. And I don't want to inconvenience him for my issue, because I'm a woman, why would I do that? So instead, I have my friend come meet me at the hospital, and she sits with me, and she takes me to the emergency room, where they insist, even though they have an x-ray, that they must insert a needle up there to first try to drain it twice. And I'm screaming in pain. I am not enjoying this. And finally they say, oh, no, it's okay. We'll do surgery instead. I was like, whew, finally. They shoot me up with the drugs, and as they wheel me out of the room, they say to my friend, you can go now because there's really nothing to do until she recovers. And she says, well, here's her husband's number. Call him. But I wake up from right before I go under, they say, we've been trying to call your husband. He's not answering. And I said, well, he's on stage performing. When he gets off stage, he'll get the message. So I go in, I have the surgery, which is super easy. And if you've ever had an abscess, the instant it's drained, you feel like a whole new person. It's totally great. Not anything alarming. But I wake up from my surgery at 12:15 in the morning, and they say, oh, your husband stopped by. He'll be here back in the morning. I was like, okay. So I go back to sleep, and I wake up, and then he comes to pick me up the next day. And I was like, hey, honey, how was your night? He's like, oh, the party was awful. I'm like, the party was terrible? He's like, yeah, it was super dumb. I said, what do you mean? He said, when I got there, they said I didn't even need to perform. And I said, then why didn't you answer your phone? Oh, it was really loud there. I said, I was having emergency surgery. He's like, yeah, but Beth was with you. And you told me to go to the party, because I had. And I was like, I had emergency surgery and you went to the party? He's like, yeah, because you told me to. I'm like, okay, I get that, but I didn't know. And so that all happens, and this is why my brain is like really messed up, is I go in for the post-doctor surgery. Of course, my husband and I end up making jokes about it later, because you have to when you're married. You can't be mad forever. It doesn't work out very well. So I ended up going in for my post-op, and the doctor was like, so we want to see you in a week. And I said, no, I'm going to Mexico on vacation. He said, I don't normally have clients who've had anal surgery go to Mexico. Are you really gonna go? And as my friend Tom in the front row would say, friend, not the husband. Yes, friend, not the husband. I'm not one who hears no very well and takes it. So I not only flew to Phoenix, drove into Mexico, stayed at a friend's, got in a hot tub, got in a pool, and even went scuba diving in the ocean. Wow. That I then ended up back in the emergency room in Phoenix. Big surprise. But when I got back to my doctor's office in Minnesota, what he said to me was, you know, when I saw you before surgery and after, I didn't think you were the kind of person that would do those things. So I didn't think I had to tell you not to do them. And my husband said, even if he had, she fucking would have. There we go.
Thank you so much. So, does anyone have any poems left? Any? Ooh. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, I'm going to let you continue with that. I'm going to read one, and then once I'm done with this poem, you come up and read that. Does that sound okay? Sure. All right.
I also have one that's like a farewell to artists. It's my farewell to, I read it at closing Moon Fest to a bunch of friends every year.
Aww. That's charming. I think we'll do that. All right. So I'll read this. All right. This is called Prayer 1, Mitochondria. Life hits me like a fishhook, caught in heart or jaw. I find myself gaping for oxygen, grasping for some slick purchase when the floor falls from beneath me. And you may not believe it, but I pray. And when I pray out to the heavens, or when I pray out to the heavens or to something deep inside of all of us, but not to your heavens, and not to the thing that you think you're praying to inside of you. We are similar fish, but I do not swim in your school. The world moves too fast. There are too many things that I do not understand, and I get so shaken I cannot breathe, my body a pillar of salt, crystallized. Having looked back at the things that I cannot let go of, I shut down or close off a hardened tomb against all foreign bodies I am supposed to believe are brothers in this inhumane humankind. And I must open my holy books and pray. Our mitochondria, who art in cytoplasm, hallowed be thy electron transport chain. Adenine diphosphate come, adenine triphosphate be done in, oh my goodness, in eukaryotes as it were in bacterium, and give us this cycle, our extra electron. But deliver us from free oxygen radicals. For thine is the circular genome and the phospholipid bilayer and the paternal lineage forever and ever. Amen. I find comfort in the history of our cells. We are the ticks of humankind's second hand, not just the blood in our veins, but the veins themselves. Every hair and muscle, every tooth and nail, every bone, every cell. I memorize the enzymes and would relax. Shaking loose knots like fish from the net of muscles in my back. Holy, amazing bacteria, yeah. I memorized your enzymes. I feed you oranges and clementines. I think of us when I savor antioxidant shields, gold coins to push away the boatmen. And when I am feeling feverish and unwanted, the place in my arms, too many years empty, the place in my lips, too many years hollow, an ocean fish caught in some high tide puddle, I remember mitochondria and history. And you may protest, afraid of slow change and connections, the enormity of time, but I am heartened to think that there is something so constant, shared in almost every plant and animal, a marriage between cell and bacteria that has withstood millions of years. One more? One more? Yeah? Okay. This is prayer 2, the answer. This is called Hail Mary. I don't think that I can ever get to you. We never seem to connect. With so many things alike between us, okay, I'm getting texts here. All right. Sorry. Still pushing at each other like magnets. When everything seems to be coming apart, it's coming together, something always bounces us apart. This leaves me in Hail Mary desperation. I chase my whole life down, finding only distances I cannot traverse, just centimeters from my fingertips. I feel such enormous longing. Every card played, every breath spilled, every cliff scaled, mountains I built in letters and words, at altitudes I found fingerholds in, only to suddenly lose purchase, tumble, and fragment. And so I pray. And when I pray to something deep inside of us, or out to the heavens, but not to the thing you think you're praying to inside of you, and not to your heavens. My heavens are not something I must die for. My heavens require no savior, splayed on wooden beams for my wrongdoings. And so this prayer might flip my poles with one divine click. Hail, universe, full of space. Time is with thee. Blessed art thou, because thou art everything. And blessed are the fruits of thy boom. Whole universe, mother of all, this prayer reminds us of now and how you will stretch on past our Augenblick deaths. When I worry that I have touched nothing, changed nothing, done nothing, that nothing lies in my grasp, I realize that I'm not apart from everything, because everything is something of which I am a part. So everything we know is pulling away. Red shifting petals spreading from the stamen. 2 galaxies, 93 billion light years separated in a much younger universe. We are still pollen from the same flower, however far apart we drift from one another. I can smell us in the perfume of existence. And even if we are eternally opposed, we are irreplaceable elements of the same machine. When you seem just out of reach, fiery kisses like the mile-high eruptions of Io, our mouths have always been here. This embrace is now and forever, improbable and inevitable. We are divisions of everything and all time. Saturn's rings are just waiting to become moons. I get a grip on something, and I pull myself in. I have a grip on everything and the perceived dilation of time. When we are not even 1 grain of sand in the hourglass, we are so tiny. And we are the grains of sand, and we are the hourglass. We are the rings of Saturn and the moons of Jupiter. We are Saturn and we are Jupiter. We are all the things that have happened, will never happen. And the heavens are not something that I pray for, because the heavens are here. All right, Phoenix, are you ready to bring your found poetry up?
Sure.
Wonderful. Thank you. All the way to the stage. And thanks, Phoenix, for doing tech tonight.
Hello, everyone. I'm Phoenix. I'm the tech here for the room, and I've been running the closed captioning back there. Something you might know about me is that I actually did closed captioning for broadcast television for nearly 20 years until about 2-3 years ago, when I was replaced by a robot, much like the one that lives in that little laptop back there, and it does such a terrible job. You put some earmuffs on, spiders are armed. The river is livid. There is the Hollywood surf puppet. Trip, gosh, me, fucking wood nymph. Deep inside of olives, greens of sand. These are the words that went out on broadcast that were once your more beautiful, more coherent words. Thank you.
Thank you, Phoenix. All right. I'm going to do one last call for poets. Hello. I'm so excited that we have another poet. Yay, 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 yay. It could be you next. What's your name? Jason. Everyone give a big round of applause for Jason. Go that way.
Tall mushroom. I had signed up originally and then got cold feet and decided I will try it. I've never read this out loud. It's about playing The Last of Us with my grandma. That's the Last of Us and Us, for Grandma, Mom, and the girl who made me a dad. My grandma's a gamer. Yeah, 91. She made me one too. I watched her beat every Zelda game, like it was a sacred rite. Dungeons, she just called them puzzles. Bosses, just timing and patience. She taught me to see the world as something I could solve. We were always the puzzlers. Now I have the controller, and we play The Last of Us and Part 2 together. Because this game, I wanted to share with my mom, but like any tragic story, that time was cut short. Same week I lost her, I became a father figure to a little girl who isn't mine, but is mine. By chance and by choice. And The Last of Us became more than a game. It became an allegory for the life I never saw coming. The grief I didn't get to skip, the love I didn't expect to find, the weight to protecting something small, innocent, and worth everything. I see Joel, and I understand him. I understand him too well. The guarded silence, the guilt, the fury at a world that takes and takes and takes. But I also see Ellie, not just in my girl, but in my grandma, fierce, funny, fragile in the places she'll never show. And when I play with Grandma now, I feel something sacred, like I'm holding both ends of a thread. On one side, my girl on the other, and me just trying to keep it from snapping. Grandma, unable to negotiate the controller now, says, "These things will get you if you're not quick." And I say, "Yeah, they do." They do a lot. Good thing there's autosaves. And we play, and I grieve, and I heal, and I craft something new from the world. Because maybe The Last of Us was never about the infected. Maybe it was about the people we're willing to cross hell for, the people we carry, the ones we lose, the ones we choose. So when my girl looks up at me and calls me daddy, I don't correct her. I just hold that word like the controller, like a relic, like a second chance. Because I didn't get to save my mom. I get to guide this girl, and I get to sit beside my grandma. One more day, one more level, one more life. And maybe that's the game. Maybe that's the win. Maybe we're all just here trying to make it to that next checkpoint together.
All right, y'all. Any last brave ones? Yes, come on back up. Yes, come on back up. I'm gonna get this so it's not tipping over.
Bring it down for the shorties again.
Yeah. Oh, a little too short.
Yeah.
But I think I got it balanced better now. Oh, no. All right. Oh, yeah, don't get. Oh.
It'll be the first time. All right. So this one is not written by me, but I think it's a great kind of slammy style. It's called Ballad for Me. It's written by Heidi Rojas. She has a really great Instagram account. It's actually a song. I'm just going to do it spoken word. Hopefully not too Shatner style, but okay. I sing this to my shadow because I can't look in the mirror. My feelings are just too raw right now. I need the sky to clear up. There's something about stopping to catch my reflection in the mirror. It feels much too intimate. So I've buried my feelings in the dirt, and I've hurt people I didn't mean to hurt. I've carried shame from centuries before me without reminding myself that I am a good person. So this is a ballad to me for the beauty that I hold but couldn't find, for all the times I got it wrong and told myself I'm not enough and then ignored all the times I got it right. I'm sorry to me for caring more when I'm rejected than when I'm loved. For not giving myself grace, for lying to my own face, for not seeing that I'm someone to be proud of. So this is a ballad for me. That's one. And then, thank you. All right, and then I have one more here. Crapola, where'd it go? 1 second, sorry, I had it queued up. All right. Pour over coffee, 2 mugs, 3/4 sleeve shirt, work Carhartt pants, his hair pulled back. I'm sitting at his kitchen table in a green button-down shirt, sitting one knee up to my chest, my hair down and tangled. I don't have cream, he says over his shoulder, but some skim milk pointing to the mini fridge in the corner, as he poured boiling water over the coffee grounds. But it can get weird. And he digressed about how skim milk tends to curdle, and how he uses cream mainly just to cool his coffee down anyways. So I stared at him. I took him in, knowing it would be the last time he handed me the first cup of coffee made for me in 20 years. Took a sip. Crap, sorry. My phone decided to. You got this. All right, okay. I stared at him. I took him in, knowing it would be the last time, as he handed me the first cup of coffee made for me in 20 years. I took a sip and placed the mug, warm bottom against the skin of my thigh, and said, when coffee is good, it doesn't need anything extra, and I like my coffee hot. Thank you.
All right. Any last poems in the audience? Yeah, I was holding you for last.
How do people feel about singing?
We feel pretty good. How do we feel? All right. I'm gonna be. Right in front of us. Lift it a little bit.
Thank you. I had a more traditional poem to share that, I had written something slam-esque, but I was inspired by somebody in the audience who also found something to share from someone else. Had a song that's been really sticking with me for, the past year or so, from an album called The Lost Words. It was written, inspired by a book of nature for children that was in turn inspired by the children's dictionary losing words like acorn and dandelion in favor of words like copy and paste. And so people have been trying to keep the words alive. And so this became a book, and the book became an album. Actually, 2 albums now and 2 books. So we're very lucky to have the beautiful work in the world. But this is the last song off of the first album by the Lost Words Spell Songs, which is also the title of the book. And this is called The Lost Words Blessing. And I will not do it justice. You should definitely look it up after this, but I'll give it my best. Enter the wild with care, my love, and speak the things you see. Let new names take and root and thrive and grow. And even as you travel far from heather, crag, and river, may you, like the little fisher, set the stream alight with glitter. May you enter now as otter, without falter, into water. Look to the sky with care, my love, and speak the things you see. Let new names take and root and thrive and grow. And even as you journey on, past dying stars exploding like the gilded one in flight, leave your little gifts of light. And in the dead of night, my darling, find the gleaming eye of starling. Like the little aviator, sing your heart to old dark matter. Walk through the world with care, my love, and sing the things you see. Let new names take and root and thrive and grow. And even as you stumble through mire sands eroding, let the fern unfurl your grieving. Let the heron still your breathing. Let the selkie swim you deeper. Oh, my little silver seeker, be the singer and the speaker. Even as the hour grows bleaker, and in city and in forest, let the larks become your chorus. And when every hope is gone, let the raven call you home.
Yeah. So the mic stand was also doing this to us over in Space Lounge. So I'm going to take the mic out of the mic stand and hand it to Kyle. And Phoenix, if you don't mind. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, here you go, Kyle. And I'm going to get you my arm.
So I'm going to give a little background on this. I've been a street performer at the Minnesota Renaissance Festival for 10 seasons. Now, it's something I love. It's the weirdest, most unique performance venue. It's not like any of the plays I write or perform in or any of the films I've done. It's a 360-degree stage where it's all improv. People come in and out. It's pure chaos. You have sound. There could be a fire breather, a juggler 50 feet away from you who is way more interesting than you, but it's all chaos and it's fun. But I do it with a lot of, all of those jugglers and fire breathers and other street performers are my friends. And the pay is terrible. It's hot. I've sprained my ankle out there a dozen times. There's so many reasons, why do you do this to yourself? And it's because, for lack of a better term, when you have humans interacting like that, it creates a magic. But there's times I notice people holding reverence to the physical side of the Renaissance Festival. I'm like, it's a cheap not built to code wood and paint. That's not what makes the Renaissance Festival magic. It's those of us that go out there to wield the art and participate. So this is my farewell poem I do for a group of friends. I always, on the last day after I clean out my green room and I'm just walking around this muddy, cold, dead place, and you can tell the magic is gone, I realize it's because we're taking it away with us in a Brigadoon-esque situation. So this is my poem. I do it for my Renfest friends to close it, but it's, everyone here was so awesome, sharing a little piece of themselves on stage. They created a little magic here in this room, which is awesome. So this is kind of, can extend beyond a Renaissance festival in the art. So this, I just call this poem, The Magic is in Us. We stand now at the end of our fun, minds alive, bodies broken, new friends made, and weekends open. We reflect on the place we wield our place we say is magic. Merry fools who give their all in the lanes and on the stages, don't ever forget that the magic is in us. The gates are closed, the lanes are empty, but the magic is in us. The buildings are quiet, the ground stands still, but the magic is in us. No more time this year for songs, jokes, juggling, or dances, but the magic is in us. The site will someday be gone, the buildings will fall, and the grass will grow over everything, but the magic is in us. What we create through play, through sweat, through pain, and laughter is magic, our magic. We wield this magic and share it with those that visit and play along. They take this magic home near and far. That magic is in us. Till we meet again, my friends, my comrades, my fools, my merry makers, don't fret, don't worry. Just remember, the magic stays in us.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you to those of you who shared with us today. I really appreciate you so much. Thank you for those of you who came thinking you were coming to a slam and we pivoted and did something a little bit different. I think just like Kyle said, we made something beautiful here together. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your, oh wait, Kyle, we were gonna promote Kyle has a fringe show.
Yeah, I'm actually doing it with my 12-year-old making his station view. We're doing a clowning mime comedy show about farts. So if you want, it's audience participation.
What is it about?
It's about farts. So it's the show is called a completely serious and not at all comedic review of farts, flatulence, or flatulence, farts, and flatus, aka the Fart Show, at the Mixed Bloods Theater. Fringe has a buy one get one of the shows, thing. So, but this kid's making his first ever stage debut. So yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you all have a great rest of your con, and I'll see you around.